Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
The DWU Culver's Classic is back for 2026.
Three from the corner, good! A huge
36 teams travel to the world's only Corn Palace in Mitchell. Action begins on 9 a.m. on February 13th and 14th, with all games streamed on Live Ticket TV on pay-per-view. $12.99 per game or $94.95 for all 18 games. The 2026 DWU Culver's Classic, February 13th and 14th, inside the world's only Corn Palace and on Live Ticket TV.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
WindCircle, operating since 1995. We combine quality customer service and experience with the right technology to meet your needs. Our cybersecurity certified technicians will make sure your systems are secure. Services offered are video and data cabling, service and support contracts, cutting-edge camera systems to door security devices. WindCircle has many hardware options: Dell, HP, Cisco, SonicWall, and Ruckus, to name a few. Our staff has over 30 years of combined network design and cabling experience at your disposal. Call us today, 605-224-1111, and request a free quote. Again, that's 605-224-1111.
At Iverson Auto, our legacy is your trust. Whether you're in Mitchell or in Huron, we embody the values that have defined us for generations. We have been your partner on the road since 1948.
We bring decades of expertise to ensure your journey begins with confidence. Our goal is to turn your visit into a memorable experience, leaving you with a smile and peace of mind.
Iverson Auto of Mitchell and Huron are here to make your car buying experience smooth and enjoyable every step of the way.
Visit us online at iversonauto.com.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome everyone to Parkview Auditorium in Fort Pierce, South Dakota, where we bring you girls basketball action tonight, as it's going to be the Bennett County Lady Warriors taking on the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes. Brian Menning with Live Ticket, bringing you all the action here tonight for Go Buffs Live, alongside John Stewart, who is going to be giving me a hand on the production side of things, as I wasn't prepared to call play-by-play tonight, but we'll go ahead and get it done anyway here, as it is going to be the number 3rd ranked team in Class B, the Bennett County Lady Warriors, coming in at 11-2, taking on the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes, who are sitting at 1-15 on the year. So a tough uphill battle here for the Buffaloes tonight, but nothing that they haven't faced before. They've faced a tough schedule and have faced the number 1 Lyman Raiders in Class B, and now take on the 3rd ranked team in Class B as well here tonight. Teams have taken to the bench. We'll have the national anthem here shortly, and we'll bring you the starting lineups here in just a moment. Be on the lookout tonight, folks, for the O'Neill girls of the Lady Warriors. Reagan O'Neill, a 5'10 sophomore, and I believe I'm assuming a younger sister in Payson O'Neill, a 6-foot freshman, as they will probably end up doing most of the damage here tonight for the Lady Warriors. So with that, let's go ahead and we'll take a break here, and we'll prep for the national anthem. And once the colors have been retired, again, we'll come back with starting lineups and the opening tip-off here in just a few minutes right after this.
Ideas come to life, where you'll find your pack. And at Northern State University, you'll lead the pack. It's part of the Northern Experience, right here in Aberdeen, South Dakota. This is where the next generation of leaders thrive. Through world-class facilities, hands-on experiences, and generous scholarship opportunities to impact every part of who you're meant to be. Don't just earn a degree, shape your future and experience Northern.
Do you have a new pair of jeans or a favorite shirt with a small tear or hole? Or your winter coat has a broken zipper? Don't throw them away. Call Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery in Fort Pierre to have your items fixed as good as new. They also provide hemming, other sewing services, as well as custom embroidery for a truly professional look and design. Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery is a proud supporter of all Stanley County school activities and wishes the student athletes the best of luck in the school year.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
It's a particular kind of joy when people come together. There's really nothing like it. And isn't it amazing, in that magic moment, how all the distance between us, all the obstacles, just disappear? Wherever, whenever, however. Connecting you to what matters most.
Here's a quick heads up from the parts team at Grossenberg Implement. John Deere SD polyurea grease is on sale this month at all 9 Grossenberg Implement locations. Save 10%. This multifunction grease is perfect for your baler, planter, tractor, gator, mower, and just about anything around the farm. It's an easy way to stock up now and be ready before the season gets busy. Stop in and see the parts staff at Grossenberg Implement and load up on John Deere SD polyurea grease before this offer expires on February 28th.
What if the market shifts? What if the margins on your farm keep getting tighter? Simplot Grower Solutions is here to help. Simplot Crop Advisors know South Dakota corn, soybean, wheat, and other crops like you do because they live and work here. So, even if the market shifts or the margins keep getting tighter, you'll have the insight and support to keep moving forward. Simplot Grower Solutions.
Most people don't think about their furnace until it's not working, but we do. At Pipe Service Experts, we are trained to see what others miss. Airflow restrictions, pressure imbalances, heat exchanger flaws. That's how we catch little issues before they become cold nights and costly repairs. Because keeping your home warm takes more than just a toolbox. Our certified technicians will get your system running at peak condition. Call Pipe Service Experts for our special $99 precision tune-up today. Call 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great...
Welcome back to Parkview Auditorium, folks. As we get ready for opening tip-off, quickly let's bring you the starting lineups. First for the visiting Bennett County Lady Warriors. They will start sophomore number 0, Reagan O'Neill. Sophomore number 2, Harley Harris. Freshman number 3, Payson O'Neill. A junior guard, number 5, Maddie Wall. And their lone senior on the roster, I believe, number 25, Kaylee Burney. For the Lady Buffaloes, they are going to throw out at guard junior number 4, Austin Norman. An 8th grader guard, number 5, Kinsey Hall. A sophomore forward, number 11, Taylor Barta. Sophomore guard, number 15, Addie Deal. And junior, number 30, Joria Walker. As I'm trying to pull double duty here tonight and run camera and do play-by-play. A little too much there, but it goes out of bounds off the Lady Warriors, so Lady Buffaloes will have their first possession. Full court pressure here by the Lady Warriors. Buffalo's able to get it across the timeline to Deal. Deal sidesteps, puts up the shot, gets the roll, and scores. So Lady Buffalo's up on top 2-0 here to start this contest. Warriors throw it around the perimeter. There's Maddie Wallen on the jumper, no good. Rebounded by Norman. Thanks, John. Got to remember to control that camera. Can you? All right, go ahead, John. Here's Deal again. She'll get it to Walker. Walker will drive, puts up the shot, comes up short. Lady Warriors come away with it. And that was Reagan O'Neill on the drive, but she double dribbled before the pass. Inbound to Hall, goes over to Norman. Norman gets her pass stolen by Reagan O'Neill, and she will put up the layup, up and good. Gives the Lady Warriors their first 2 of the night. We are tied up at 2 apiece. Lady Buffaloes get it across the timeline. Here's Norman to set up the offense. Gets it over to Hall. Hall to Barta. Barta to Deal, tries to get it back to Hall, and it gets knocked out of bounds off the Lady Warriors. It'll remain Buffalo basketball. And that's going to go off the foot of the Lady Buffaloes and be a turnover in Lady Warrior basketball. Pass goes down inside to Payson O'Neill. Back outside to Reagan O'Neill. That jumper no good. Deal with the rebound. Deal loses it. It's gonna. Their officials are gonna say it's off the Lady Buffaloes. Warriors inbound along the sideline to Reagan O'Neill. Kicks it back outside the top of the perimeter. They'll swing it around to Maddie Wong. That 3 is up and good. First 3 of the evening here early on. They'll give the Warriors a 5-2 lead now. And Walker is going to be called for steps in the backcourt. O'Neill kicks it outside to Harris. That jumper is no good. Lady Buffaloes turn it over again. Hall tries to get it back. It's going to actually be off the Lady Warriors. I thought Hall touched it last, but they are saying it went off the Lady Warriors. So it'll be Lady Buffalo basketball. 5:39 to play here in the first. Inbound goes to Hall, back to Walker. Walker finds Deal. Gets it over to Norman. Back to Deal. Hands it off to Norman. Over to Kinsey, or Hall, who gets a screen. Here's Walker. Over to Norman. Norman lost the handle. And we'll go out of bounds. It'll be another Lady Buffalo turnover. There's Harris bringing it up the court for the Warriors. Gets it inside to Payson O'Neill. She'll put up the jumper and get her first two of the evening. 7-2 advantage now for the Lady Warriors. 7-0 run after the Buffalo scored the first two. Here's Hall. She'll get her shot blocked. Warriors push the ball up court. Here's Reagan O'Neill. That shot no good. Payson O'Neill there for the offensive board. First shot no good. She'll put up her own offensive board and get back-to-back buckets for a 9-2 advantage. Here's Norman with it as she gets trapped at half court. Hall able to recover. Another Lady Buffalo turnover as Wallen comes away with it. Wallen drive, kicks it over to Harris. Harris drives. And we have a first foul of the contest on the Lady Buffaloes. That's going to go against Addie Deal, her first. And the Lady Warriors will inbound underneath their own basket. Quickly inbounds it to O'Neill. Reagan to Payson, and Payson puts it up off the glass for 6 points in a row, and an 11-2 lead now for the Warriors. Just deal with it out to Walker, swings it over to Norman. Norman thought about the three. Tries to get it to Deal, but there's Reagan O'Neill in the passing lane. It's going to go out of bounds off of her and remain Lady Buffalo basketball. Norman to Walker. Walker tries to find Deal on the back cut. Looks like it went off the Warriors. It'll still remain Lady Buffalo basketball as the Buffaloes will inbound underneath their own basket. Gets it inside the Deal. Deal's shot comes up short, but now we have a late whistle. And Deal is going to be fouled and head to the free throw line. Deal's first free throw is too strong. Deal's second attempt rolls around the rim and falls. Back come down the Lady Warriors quickly as O'Neill swings it around the perimeter. Here's Wallen with a long jumper, no good. We have a whistle underneath. Looks like it's going to go against the Lady Warriors and be called on Payson O'Neill. So we've got a timeout on the court. And let's see what it is here. It looks like it's a full timeout. We'll go and take 60 seconds here, folks. We'll be back right after this.
Father Gus Bowie opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Being a part of a community.
3:47 remains here in the first quarter as the Lady Warriors have jumped out to an 11-3 advantage here over the Lady Buffaloes. It is Lady Buffalo basketball. Inbound will go to Norman. Gets it back to Walker. Walker nearly traveled again in the backcourt. Lady Buffaloes do get it across the timeline. Now there's going to be a foul. It's going to go against Payson O'Neill once again, I believe, her second. She picks up back-to-back fouls. And that'll send Payson O'Neill to the bench. Inbound will go to Norman. Gets it over to Deal, looking for a screen. Deal will drive baseline. Looking for some help. Going to be stolen by Reagan O'Neill. O'Neill pushes it up court. Gets it over to Harris. Back to O'Neill. O'Neill for three. That's too strong. And Hall comes away with the rebound. And Hall will push it down court for the Lady Buffaloes. As we have a jump ball situation, it's going to remain Lady Buffalo basketball. Norman with it, goes to her left, gives it to Hall. Hall drives, kicks it back out to Deal. Deal will drive middle, lost control, kicks it out to Norman. Norman back to Deal. Deal tries to get it inside to cutting Hall, and Hall, I believe, is going to be fouled. That'll be the Lady Warriors' fourth team foul, so the next foul will earn the Lady Buffaloes free throws as they inbound underneath their own basket. Tries to get it inside the Deal and tipped away by the Lady Warriors. Will remain Buffalo basketball. Inbound goes to Walker, who gets it to Deal. Corner three by, I believe that's Norman, too strong. Here come the Lady Warriors once again. As Hall knocks it away from behind Maddie Waln. So the Lady Warriors will inbound underneath their own bucket with 2:28 to play here in the first. Corner three attempt. But Harris comes up short. Lady Buffaloes with the rebound as they cross half court. As number 1, Raven Heathershaw will check in for the Lady Warriors. I failed to mention number 10 checked in Chloe Loudon, an 8th grader for Peace O'Neill when she picked up her second foul. Here's Norman with it for the Lady Buffs. Gets it to the high post to Walker, out to Deal. Deal gets a screen. Deal will take the long three. That comes too strong off the glass. And here come the Lady Warriors once again. This is Wallen with it. O'Neill swings it to the corner. That jumper by Heathershaw, no good. Offensive rebound to the Lady Warriors. That jumper by Harris is no good. Offensive rebound once again underneath by the Warriors. They're going to call a travel, though, on O'Neill, as she came down with it and fell to the ground. Here's Norman as they try to break the press. That's going to be stolen by, I believe that's O'Neill. O'Neill tries to get it off to a teammate. Deal's there to steal it. Deal tries to go coast to coast with it. Gets it. Stolen by Heathershaw. It's going to be out of bounds off the Warriors and be Lady Buffalo basketball. 1:22 remains here in the first. Been stuck on 11-3 for a while here. Inbounds tries to get it to Hall. Hall able to come away with it. Deal sinks it over to Walker. Walker drives, kicks it back out to Hall. Walker back out to Norman. Stolen away by Loudon. Here come the Lady Warriors again. Nice pass underneath off to Carly Harris for her first bucket. Lady Buffalo's trying to break this pressure again. They swing it back and forth. Walker's got to hurry. They do get it across, gets it to Deal. Deal will drive baseline, gets off the jumper. A little too strong as that one rims out. Battle for the rebound, and We're going to have a jump ball situation. And the possession arrow favors the Lady Warriors with 28.6 remaining. As Macy Clausen, a freshman, checks in for the Lady Warriors. And Jesse Fosham will check in, an 8th grader for the Lady Buffaloes. Wallen with it, swings it over to Clausen. Back to Wallen, around the perimeter to Harris. Harris's jumper too strong. Deal comes away with a rebound. 10 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Deal nearly lost it. Tries to get it to Walker, and it's going to go off of Walker and be Lady Warrior basketball with 5.4 seconds left. .13 as they get it to Harris. Over to Heathershaw. Heathershaw's long jumper just off to the right. And at the end of one, it is going to be the Bennett County Lady Warriors 13 and your Stanley County Lady Buffaloes 3. We'll take a break here at the quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute right after this.
Means sharing the history and future of the people all around you. For 115 years, First Fidelity Bank has been doing just that, helping you get the most out of life by providing the services and tools you need, the conveniences and technology you want, and the friendly faces you expect. So you get everything you need right here in the place you call home. Now and for many years to come. First Fidelity Bank.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
Welcome back to Parkview Auditorium in Fort Pierce. We get ready to start quarter number 2. Currently the Bennett County Lady Warriors with a 13-3 advantage over the Lady Buffaloes. The Lady Buffaloes possession here to start the second. Kenzie Hall with it, gets it over to Deal. Deal gets a screen from Walker. Gets it to Walker, tries to get it underneath and stolen by the Lady Warriors, but she's going to step along the baseline. As Clausen came away with a steal, but Lady Buffaloes will get it right back underneath their own basket. Hall finds Fosham. Fosham back to Hall. Hall gets it over to Fosham. Fosham in the corner. Tries to get to Barta. Turnover Lady Buffaloes. As the Warriors push it down court. Another long shot by Harris off the mark, and Lady Buffaloes there for the board. As Hall pushes it up court. Finds Deal. Deal goes baseline with it. I think Deal is going to get fouled underneath the basket there before she threw that pass. It's going to go against Raven Heathershaw, her first. Hall to inbound. Gets it out to Fosham. Fosham's long jumper comes up short. Payson O'Neill there for the rebound. As the Warriors push it down court once again. Inside to O'Neill, stolen by Hall. Hall pushes it down court, gets it stolen away by Wallen. Wallen down court to Harris. Clausen with it. Back out to Wallen. High post to Heathershaw. And Heathershaw is going to call for steps. As Lainey Masteller will get ready to check in for the Lady Buffaloes for her first appearance. As Austin Norman checks in for Kinsey Hall, and Joria Walker will get a breather. Norman able to get it to Masteller. Masteller gets it back to Norman. Over to Deal. Gets it over to Barta. Barta swings it to Norman. Norman for three. That comes up just short. Board goes to the Warriors. They push it back down court once again. Here's Heather Shaw. Heather Shaw doesn't get the layup. O'Neal there for the offensive rebound. She'll put it up. That rattles out. Heather Shaw there once again for the rebound, but they're going to say that foul occurred on the floor before the shot. And that is going to be called against Jesse Fosham. This looks like Reagan O'Neal is checked back in for the long two there from Harley Harris. Gives the Lady Warriors a 15-3 advantage now as Payson O'Neal steals it, gets it underneath to Harris. Once again, Harris is going to get fouled, but again, I believe that was before the shot. There's a new Lady Warrior on the court. Can't see her number because of the inbounds to O'Neal. She's got it right back. Finds Reagan O'Neal on the other side. Reagan O'Neal will put it up and put it in for two more. 17-3 advantage now here for the Lady Warriors. Masteller with it. As we have a 10-second violation on the Lady Buffaloes. Appears to be number 11 that has checked in for the Lady Warriors, junior Olivia McMillan. As Kinsey Hall checks back in for the Lady Buffaloes. Reagan O'Neal with it, gets it into the corner to McMillan. Inbound to the Warriors. Payson O'Neal is going to step along the baseline. 5:25 remaining here in the first half. Lady Warriors out to a 17-3 lead. Norman and Walker go back and forth with it, trying to cross the timeline. Finds Hall. It's the Deal. Deal looking for Masteller, stolen by O'Neal. Gets it over to Reagan O'Neal now. Swings it to Harris, who finds Reagan O'Neal, who finds Payson O'Neal underneath in the low block. Lady Buffalo surround her. And I believe we're going to have a foul underneath. Looks like that's going to go against Joria Walker. Her first. Quick inbound to Heather Shaw. She'll put it up off the glass for her first two of the night. Make it a 19-3 advantage now for the Lady Warriors. Here's Hall with it as she's able to cross the timeline. In a little bit of trouble. Tries to get it to Deal, and Deal and O'Neal collide. They're going to call a foul on Deal, or are they just going to say out of bounds off the Warriors, and it'll be Lady Buffalo basketball. Norman with it, thought about the three, gets it over to Masteller, who gets it back over to Norman. Masteller with it, inside to Deal. Deal from the low post, puts it up, comes up short, gets her own rebound, up off the glass and in for two more. Addie Deal with all 5 Lady Buffalo points here. As Lady Warriors swing it around the perimeter, this is McMillan. Stolen by Hall. Gets it over to Walker. Walker throws it away as there was no Lady Buffalo in the area. Kaylee Burney back in for the Lady Warriors. As Wallen will check in as well and replace Harris. O'Neill inbounds to Wallen. Back to O'Neill. O'Neill with a long three off the glass, too strong. Offensive rebound by 13, who is new. That is Addison Burney. Offensive rebound goes to Addison Burney, an 8th grader who puts it up and in for her first two. Hall picks up her dribble in some trouble. Going to be stolen by Reagan O'Neill. O'Neill will put it up off the glass. Can't get it to go. Walker there for the rebound momentarily, then dribbled it along the baseline for another Lady Buffalo turnover. 3:42 remains, 21-5 advantage for the Lady Warriors. As Barta has checked back in for the Lady Buffs. Low post to Burney, gets it over to Reagan O'Neill. I believe that's who that was. Is that 0? It is. 23-5 now for the Lady Warriors as the Lady Buffaloes turned it over once again. O'Neill gets it to the elbow, and it's Kaylee Burney able to knock down that jumper. 25-5 advantage now for the Lady Warriors as the Lady Buffaloes get it across the timeline. Deal somehow comes away with it. Deal tries to put up the shot, partially blocked, but fouled at the same time. And so that'll send Addie Deal to the free throw line. Deal's first free throw a little too strong off the back iron. Deal able to knock down the second. 25-6 now for the Lady Warriors as Reagan O'Neill drives middle, loses control, and will lose it out of bounds. Norman with it, back to Walker. Gets it to Deal. Deal kicks it back out to Barta. Scramble for the loose ball. We have a tie-up, and possession arrow is going to favor the Lady Warriors. And Wall will walk it up court here for the Warriors. To O'Neill, finds a cutting Burney. Now corner three by Payson O'Neill. Offensive rebound by Reagan O'Neill, and she'll put it up off the glass for two more. 27-6 now, Lady Warriors, as Walker's going to travel. Payson O'Neill to inbound. Gets it over to Wall. That shot off the back irons. Battle for the rebound, but Sharia Walker's going to pick up a foul. Walker will pick up her second. As Lainey Masteller will check in for Walker. And the Warriors inbound once again underneath their own basket. Inside quickly to Reagan O'Neill, and she'll put up another one off the glass for another two. 29-6 now. Lady Buffaloes trying to get it across the timeline. They do find Deal. Deal back out to Norman. Back over to Neal. Gets a screen from Masteller. Gets it over to Barta. Stolen by Payson O'Neill. O'Neill comes up short with the layup. And Hall will push it back down court for the Lady Buffs. And looks like that was knocked out of bounds from behind, so it'll remain Lady Buffalo basketball. As Loudon and Harris check back in for the Lady Warriors. Inbounded Barta to deal. Back to Norman in the corner. Deal with it now. Back on top to Norman. It's over to Hall. And Loudon is going to pick up a foul. Norman looking for options, finds a Masteller. Back to Norman. Back to Masteller, who tries to get it back to Norman. Stolen by the Lady Warriors. Harris with it. Harris will put up the layup, up and good. 31-6 now, Warriors under a minute to go, 45 seconds. Again, Buffalo struggle to get it across the timeline, and they will almost turn it over again, as that's going to be off of, I'm going to say it's going to go off the Lady Warriors. I thought Deal touched it last, but it will be Buffalo basketball with 37.4 seconds. Jesse Fosham checks back in for the Lady Buffaloes. Hall with it over to Fosham. Tries to get it to Barta, another Lady Buffalo turnover. O'Neal tried to get it over to Harris and knocked away off the Lady Buffaloes with 26.5. Shot clock is off. Lady Warriors could take the last shot if they choose. Doesn't seem to be their style, as Heathershaw will launch a three. Too strong. Offensive board to the Lady Warriors as they swing it around the perimeter. Here's Harris with it. Harris will knock down a three. Her first three of the night. And that'll extend the lead to 34-6 with 8 seconds to go. Hall is going to get fouled. Just the fourth team foul, so not quite the bonus yet. 6.8 seconds remain. See if the Lady Buffaloes can get off a final shot. Deal with it. Deal's got to make a move and hurry. Deal does get it off. A little too strong off the glass and rim, as that'll bring us to the half. Bennett County Lady Warriors 34, the Stanley County Lady Buffalo 6. We'll take a halftime break here. Give myself about 3 minutes here. We'll compile some stats and come back with some halftime stats and conclusion of this matchup here in the second half right after this.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats and attics to rodents and walls, ants in kitchens, stubborn bedbug infestations, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family owned, community trusted.
Do you want to join one of the oldest established organizations in Fort Pierre? Perhaps you are more interested in protecting the future. Whatever your position, the Fort Pierre Volunteer Fire Department is for you. We are responsible for fire protection in Fort Pierre and Stanley County. Become part of this amazing team by stopping down at the fire hall and discussing enrollment. We are not just limited to adults, as we have a new cadet program for students ages 14 to 18. For more information, click on our banner ad on the homepage. From everyone at the fire hall, go Buffs!
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Bank West is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West.
Welcome back to Parkview Auditorium in Fort Pierce. We are at the half, and it is the third-ranked Class B Bennett County Lady Warriors all over the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes by the score of 34-6. We knew it would be an uphill battle for the Lady Buffaloes, and it has been that for sure. That full court pressure from the Warriors causing multiple Lady Buffalo turnovers, resulting in some easy baskets for the Lady Warriors, and it could actually be worse as they've actually missed a lot of bunnies underneath as well. So let's go ahead and let's do a first half recap here. I currently have the leading scorer for the Lady Warriors, Reagan O'Neill with 10 points on the night, followed by Harley Harris with 9. Payson O'Neill has 6. Maddie Wallen has a lone three-pointer for her 3. And then I have Raven, Heather Shaw, Addison Burney, and Kaylee Burney, all with 2 points for the Lady Warriors for their 34. And for the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes, all 6 of their first half points have come via Addie Deal, as she's knocked down a couple of buckets and made 2 free throws during that first half. So Buffaloes obviously will need to do a better job of with that full court pressure if the Lady Warriors decide to come out in the second half still with full court pressure. Once they handle that, they just need to get into an offensive rhythm to see if they can't find themselves some easy buckets, as nothing is coming easy tonight for the Lady Buffaloes. So we'll see what type of halftime adjustments Coach Fosham makes, and see what the Lady Buffaloes come out with here. We're just 2 points away from having a running clock here in the second half, so it'll see if the Lady Buffs can prevent that and come back with a better half of basketball here and try to get more Lady Buffaloes involved other than Addie Deal. But again, this Lady Warriors defense is been tough all over the Lady Buffaloes, so we'll take another break here, and probably another 4 or 5 minute break. We'll come back and have second half action for you right after this.
Generational success means different things to different people, but to us, it means seeing my daughter follow in my footsteps, keeping the farm in the family, just getting to do this every day. We're Agtegra Cooperative, and we're generationally successful. That's who we are. Agtegra Cooperative.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierce, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Each day brings the opportunity to make a difference, to follow through with integrity, to solve challenges through innovative thinking, and to bring the technical know-how needed to get the job done. At Wilbur Ellis, this is how we work, standing side by side as local experts who partner with the stewards of the land. We do it together. That's the power of we.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
The DWU Culver's Classic is back for 2026.
Three from the corner, good! A huge
36 teams travel to the world's only Corn Palace in Mitchell. Action begins on 9 a.m. on February 13th and 14th, with all games streamed on Live Ticket TV on pay-per-view. $12.99 per game or $94.95 for all 18 games. The 2026 DWU Culver's Classic, February 13th and 14th, inside the world's only Corn Palace and on Live Ticket TV.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
WindCircle, operating since 1995. We combine quality customer service and experience with the right technology to meet your needs. Our cybersecurity certified technicians will make sure your systems are secure. Services offered are video and data cabling, service and support contracts, cutting-edge camera systems to door security devices. WindCircle has many hardware options: Dell, HP, Cisco, SonicWall, and Ruckus, to name a few. Our staff has over 30 years of combined network design and cabling experience at your disposal. Call us today, 605-224-1111, and request a free quote. Again, that's 605-224-1111.
At Iverson.
Welcome back to Parkview Auditorium in Fort Pierce. We get ready to start the third quarter. Brian Menning with Go Buffs Live once again, bringing you the play-by-play this evening. Again, big thanks to John Stewart sitting next to me, running production, and trying to help me with the camera at the same time. Again, Lady Buffaloes find themselves in a 34-6 deficit here to start the second half. But they will get the first possession, and we'll see what the adjustments the Lady Buffs can make the second quarter, as that Lady Warrior pressure is still there. Hall tries to get that out to Norman. Turnover on the Lady Buffaloes as they get it to Payson O'Neill, who will put it up off the glass for two. And there's the 30-point margin. That'll invoke the running clock from here on out. Norman gets it over to Hall. Hall tries to drive. It's going to get fouled, though. Is that going to be on Payson O'Neill? Or is that going to go against Harris? They call it on Harris, her first. And we have another quick 30-second timeout, I believe I heard. So we'll go and take a 30 with them. And we will be back once again to Parkview Auditorium right after this.
Our legacy is your trust. Whether you're in Mitchell or in Huron, we embody the values that have defined us for generations. We have been your partner on the road since 1948.
We bring decades of expertise to ensure your journey begins with confidence.
Our goal is to turn your visit into a memorable experience, leaving you with a smile and peace of mind.
Iverson Auto of Mitchell and Huron are here to make your car buying experience smooth and enjoyable every step of the way.
Visit us online at iversonauto.com.
Welcome back to Parkview Auditorium as Coach Chris Fosham of the Lady Buffs takes a quick 30-second timeout. And Lady Buffaloes will inbound the ball here to Norman, who again gets double teamed. Finds Hall, who will get double teamed herself. Tries to get it over to Deal, but it's going to be knocked out of bounds off the Lady Warriors and remain Lady Buffalo basketball. Again, the 30-point margin invokes that running clock, so that's why the clock didn't stop after it went out of bounds. As Walker tries to get it to Deal, another steal by the Lady Warriors. Gets it over to Wong. Kicks it out to Harris. Harris's jumper comes up short. Reagan O'Neill there for the offensive rebound. No good. But Kaylee Burney right there for another offensive board. She puts it up off the glass for two. Norman crosses the timeline. Gets it over to Walker. High post to Deal. Deal off the glass. Too strong. Offensive rebound by Barta. Kicks it out to Hall. Hall cross court to Walker. Walker will drive middle. Off the glass. A little too strong. Offensive rebound. Or excuse me, rebound I should say by Burney. Here comes Harris with it. She'll go cross court over to Wong. Down in the corner to Reagan O'Neill. That three comes up off the rim. And Barta finally comes away with the ball, tries to find a teammate, ends up in Deal's hands. Deal double teamed, tries to find a teammate. Payson O'Neill able to come away with a steal. She'll put up the left-handed layup and in. Extends the lead to 40-6. Norman over to Hall. Hall again double teamed. Reagan O'Neill tries to step in the passing lane, but she's going to get called for the foul. That'll be Reagan O'Neill's second. As Jade O'Neill, a seventh grader for the Lady Warriors, makes her first appearance. And O'Neill comes right in and will get a steal. It's it off the pace and O'Neill. O'Neill will put up another layup in for two more. This is a young, scary Lady Warrior team with just the lone senior on their roster. Here's Deal with it at the free throw line. She'll drive, loses it. O'Neill gets another steal. Looking for some help. Finds it down court to Wong. Out to O'Neill for three. And Payson O'Neill will knock down the deep three. Her first three of the night. Extends the lead to 45-6 with 4:20 to go here in the third. Over to Walker. Walker will take the three. That comes up short. And O'Neill there for the rebound. Nearly stolen from behind by Hall. Knocked out of bounds. It'll remain Warrior basketball. Harris with it. Gets it over to O'Neill. Back on top to Wong. And Wong will knock down the three. Her second three of the night. And that'll make it 48-6. As Norman picks up her dribble just across the half-court line, gets it to Deal. Deal trying to make a play and will get fouled. It's going to go against Jade O'Neill, her first. Norman with it, looking for options, finds Deal at the elbow. Deal's to pass too high for Walker. Wong will walk it across half court. Swings it over to Harris. Harris will drive middle. Can't get it to go. Scramble for the rebound. Payson O'Neill comes away with it. Tries to find O'Neill underneath and goes off of her hands. As Norman will bring it up for the Lady Buffs. Tries to find Hall. It's going to go off the hands of Harris and remain Lady Buffalo basketball. Here's Norman with it. Shield drive takes the jumper off the back iron. O'Neill there for the rebound. Here come the Warriors again. Down to O'Neill. O'Neill is going to get called for traveling. She had an open teammate underneath the basket. Norman's pass again too tall for Walker. Harris will bring it up court this time for the Warriors. It's over to Bernie. Tries to get it down low to O'Neill. It'll go off of her hands and be Lady Buffalo basketball. As Raven Heathershaw will check back in for the Warriors. And Jesse Fosham will check back in for the Lady Buffs as well. As Addie Deal gets a breather. Norman with it, finds Barta. Barta with a jumper too strong. Walker there for the offensive rebound. She can't get it to go, and now it's going to be fouled underneath. .30 seconds remain. Quick third quarter here with the running clock. Here's Hall with it for the Lady Buffs. Over to Norman. High post to Walker. Back out to Norman. Norman will take the three. Can't find the rim, and Warriors push it back down court again. They find Payson O'Neill off the glass. Up and in for two more. 7 seconds. 6. Hall trying to get a shot off. Gets it over to Barta. Barta, don't know if she got that off at the buzzer. Either way, it's going to end up 50-6 after 3. And so let's go ahead and take another quarter break here. We'll be back in 1 minute for the fourth and final quarter right after this.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
All right, welcome back to Parkview Auditorium in Fort Pierce. We get ready for the fourth quarter. It's all Lady Warriors with the 50-6 advantage over the Lady Buffaloes. As we got a new Lady Warriors here onto the court. Let me see if I can get everyone mentioned here. You see number 13 out there, Addison Burney. Still see Reagan O'Neill out there. Olivia McMillan's out there for the Lady Warriors as they get it underneath to O'Neill. O'Neill puts up the left-handed shot and in for two more. Norman with it for the Lady Buffs. Finds Walker. Who gets it over to Masteller. Masteller will take the jumper. Comes up short. Rebound will go to Chloe Loudon. Loudon crosses half court with it. Swings it around the perimeter. Tries to get it inside to O'Neill. As McMillan with it back to Loudon. Swings it back over to McMillan. That jumper comes up short. Norman crosses the timeline. Again, still this man-to-man defensive pressure by the Lady Warriors, giving the Lady Buffaloes fits. As Reagan O'Neill will come up with it and cross half court with it. Sings it over to Loudon. Back to O'Neill. Into the corner to Burney. Offensive rebound by the Lady Warriors, and that three is good by McMillan. Her first three on the night makes it 52-6. 55-6. Fosham tries to get it over to Norman. It'll go off the leg of the Lady Warriors. There's Walker with it. Number 14 is checked in for the Lady Buffaloes. That is going to be Addison Norman. As Austin Norman currently has it. Gets it inside to Walker. Walker spins, goes off the glass, can't get it to fall, but she will head to the free throw line to try to get another Lady Buffalo in the scorebook. Walker comes up short on the first. And Walker able to knock down the second. As Aspen Lenz, the sophomore forward for the Lady Buffaloes, will check in. As Macy Clausen with it. Lady Warriors swinging around the perimeter. Loudon back to Clausen. Another three-point attempt is good once again by, I believe that was McMillan again. So back-to-back threes by McMillan will increase it to a 58-7 advantage for the Warriors. There's Norman with it. Over to Fosham. To Austin Norman. To Lenz on the elbow. Scramble for the ball. And it's going to remain Lady Buffalo basketball. As Ryan Bothwell will now check in for the Lady Buffaloes. Masteller to inbound. It's off to Norman. Norman's shot off the back iron. Rebounded by O'Neill. They'll push it down court. Here's McMillan. McMillan off the glass and up and in for two more. Bothwell will cross the timeline with it with 4 minutes remaining. No backcourt violation. It was tipped, and now we're going to have a foul. Yeah, it looks like we got wholesale changes once again here for the Warriors. Let's see here. I see Raven Heathershaw out there. Maybe not wholesale changes, but I see number 14, Bella Heathershaw out there, calling her name for the first time. Number 12, Riley Hicks out there for the first time as well, along with Maddie Wong. And is that 25 out there, Kaylee Burney? It is. Here's Bothwell with it. Gets it over to Ella Seachlaw, who's checked in for the Lady Buffaloes as well. She has it. Bothwell swings it over to Norman. Norman loses it. Burney picks it up. Wong with it down court. To Hicks, who can't get the layup. Bothwell over to Norman, back to Bothwell. Swings it over to Seachlaw. Finds Lenz at the elbow. And we're going to have a dual possession tie-up, and possession arrow is going to favor the Lady Buffaloes. Bothwell to inbound. Going to be stolen once again here by the Warriors as they push it down court once again. Hicks had it momentarily. Here's Lenz with it. Lenz tries to get it back out to Seachlaw. Goes off of Seachlaw's hands and be another Lady Buffalo turnover. As Macy Clausen and Jade O'Neill have checked back in for the Lady Warriors with 1:45 to go here. Here's Heather Shaw with it. On top of the perimeter, loses it momentarily. Scramble for the ball. Now we got a loose ball foul. Looks like that's going to go against the Lady Warriors. Going to be called on Bella Heather Shaw. Bothwell with it. It's over to Norman. Norman will drive baseline, puts up the shot, comes up short. And Heather Shaw with the rebound. Heather Shaw's going to get tripped up by Lenz. As number 13, Addison Burney will check back in for the Warriors. Final 50 seconds of this contest. As Clausen gets it into the corner to number 15. That's going to be Jade O'Neill for a three, her first three of the contest. We have a traveling violation on Bothwell. Clausen with it, swings it over to Bella Heather Shaw. That shot comes up short. Back outside to Clausen. That one comes up short. But O'Neill once again there for the offensive rebound. She puts it up off the glass. We're at 65-7, the final 5 seconds here. Here's Norman with it. She gets her shot blocked. And that'll do it, folks, as it will be the third-ranked Bennett County Lady Warriors in Class B all over the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes here tonight, 65-7. Let's go ahead and we'll take a break here. We'll come back and with some final unofficial stats and wrap things up here from Parkview Auditorium right after this.
Ideas come to life, where you'll find your pack. And at Northern State University, you'll leave the pack. It's part of the Northern experience, right here in Aberdeen, South Dakota. This is where the next generation of leaders thrive. Through world-class facilities, hands-on experiences, and generous scholarship opportunities to impact every part of who you're meant to be. Don't just earn a degree, shape your future and experience Northern.
Do you have a new pair of jeans or a favorite shirt with a small tear or hole? Or your winter coat has a broken zipper? Don't throw them away. Call Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery in Fort Pierre to have your items fixed as good as new. They also provide hemming, other sewing services, as well as custom embroidery for a truly professional look and design. Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery is a proud supporter of all Stanley County school activities and wishes the student athletes the best of luck in the school year.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
It's a particular kind of joy when people come together. It's really nothing like it. And isn't it amazing in that magic moment how all the distance between us, all the obstacles, just disappear. Wherever, whenever, however. Connecting you to what matters most.
Here's a quick heads up from the parts team at Grossenberg Implement. John Deere SD polyurea grease is on sale this month at all 9 Grossenberg Implement locations. Save 10%. This multifunction grease is perfect for your baler, planter, tractor, gator, mower, and just about anything around the farm. It's an easy way to stock up now and be ready before the season gets busy. Stop in and see the parts staff at Grossenberg Implement and load up on John Deere SD polyurea grease before this offer expires on February 28th.
What if the market shifts? What if the margins on your farm keep getting tighter? Simplot Grower Solutions is here to help. Simplot Crop Advisors know South Dakota corn, soybean, wheat, and other crops like you do because they live and work here. So, even if the market shifts or the margins keep getting tighter, you'll have the insight and support to keep moving forward. Simplot Grower Solutions.
Most people don't think about their furnace until it's not working, but we do. At Pipe Service Experts, we are trained to see what others miss. Airflow restrictions, pressure imbalances, heat exchanger flaws. That's how we catch little issues before they become cold nights and costly repairs. Because keeping your home warm takes more than just a toolbox. Our certified technicians will get your system running at peak condition. Call Pipe Service Experts for our special $99 precision tune-up today. Call 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Alva.
Welcome back to Parkview Auditorium, folks in Fort Pierce. We wrap up tonight's contest, and as you can see, it was not unexpected, but all Bennett County tonight as they defeat the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes by this final score of 65-7. Again, this Bennett County Lady Warrior team, phenomenal team, as again they are ranked number 3 overall in Class B, I should say, in those latest coaches rankings. But a tough evening. We knew it would be an uphill battle, and it certainly was, as Bennett County pretty much kept the full court pressure on the entire evening, and the Lady Buffaloes just couldn't figure out that pressure tonight, and which resulted in a lack of offense. Let's go ahead and unofficially give you the leading scorers here, or all the scorers here for tonight. We'll start with the visiting Lady Warriors. I have their leading scorer as freshman Payson O'Neill with 17. Sophomore Reagan O'Neill with 12, followed by Harley Harris with 9. Off the bench, Olivia McMillan in the final minutes of that fourth quarter knocked down a couple threes in a bucket for her 8 points. Let's see here. Then it was Mandy Wallen with 6 on the evening, followed by Jade O'Neill off the bench, just a 7th grader, contributing 5, including a 3-pointer. Let's see who's next here. That would be Kaylee Burney with 4 points, and Addison Burney and Raven Heathershaw with a bucket for 2 points apiece to give the Lady Warriors their 65 points on the evening. As far as the Lady Buffaloes, again, an offensive struggle only resulted in 2 Lady Buffaloes in the scorebook. Addie Deal with 6 of those 7 points, and Joya Walker able to knock down a free throw for her lone point on the evening. I was going to look, folks, to see what was next on the schedule, but I haven't had a chance to do that. But we do have wrestling action right here from Parkview starting tomorrow night at 5 o'clock, as we will be hosting the Girls Big Dakota Conference Tournament. And wrestling fans, you can join all that action right here on Go Buffs Live. It should get started around 5 p.m. and it'll be girls only, as then Saturday morning we will bring you the boys Big Dakota Conference wrestling action again, right here from Parkview on Go Buffs Live. That'll start approximately around 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. So with that, we'll go and just wrap things up here from Parkview Auditorium. Again, Brian Manning with Go Buffs Live, bringing you the play-by-play tonight. Again, big thank you to John Stewart for helping on the production and camera side of things to make my job a little more simpler tonight. So with that, safe travels to the Bennett County folks as they get home safely, and we will see you tomorrow afternoon for wrestling action right here from Parkview Auditorium. Good night, everyone.
Plaza. Mike?